Survivor News.
Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News.
Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News.
And we are back with the Purple Pants podcast with our Survivor News edition. Survivor is only hours away at this point, and we are here with an exclusive preseason interview. And welcome back, Posse. So let's formally welcome back to the podcast my brother, okay, the winner of Ghost Island, the host of the Wendell Holland YouTube page. And if you're not following it, you better do yourself a favor and ensure that you subscribe to the Wendell Holland YouTube page. But we could not also forget the first merge boots of season 30 and everybody's favorite dad, Wendell Holland. What's popping? Welcome back.
What's
First
up?
of all, don't hit the bell when I hit the bell, okay?
Brice, I can self-bell sometimes, okay?
Listen, welcome back. We are excited. Season 43 is literally, Wendell, hours away.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I'm very excited.
I am excited. First of all, where are we gonna be at tomorrow for the premiere?
Ooh, tomorrow we'll be in New York City at Bounce, right in Manhattan for this incredible event. We have so many great guests and surprise guests. We have one of the biggest surprise guests we've ever had, Brice.
Oh, I'm excited. And yes, so we will be in Bounce, New York City tomorrow, followed by 10-5 in Houston, then and 10-19 Philadelphia. Then we'll be in Boston, then Washington, D.C. I can't talk this morning. And we will be ending it in LA with the finale. So we are excited. Tickets are available. You can click the link in my bio, Brice Isaiah or Wendell Holland, or you can go follow the Brice and Wen Present page and, get all the tour updates. But listen, enough about that. Wendeezy, first of all, I've been reading a lot of the preseason bios. It's my favorite thing to do. And we don't have one, we got two, but three people from the Philadelphia area on this season of Survivor 43. Drop the 4 and you can call it 3 because we got 3 people in Philly. We've got Mariah, we've got Lindsay, and I am so excited for this preseason interview with none other than Jay to the Jones. So let's formally welcome to the podcast, James Jones. What it do, James?
Yo, this is almost a dream come true. This dream didn't exist a couple years ago, but now the dream is here. I'm on the Purple Pants podcast. I'm the freak of the week. Or I was the freak of last week, I feel like I'm doing my thing right now as much as I can. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you, Brice. Thank you, Wendell. And I'm excited.
James, it was only a matter of time, my man. Whether you were going to be on Survivor or not, you were going to be on the pod with us.
I thank you very much. I mean, I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad I can contribute to the excellentness that is happening. I'm doing words like Brice does.
Don't keep here, James. We trying to start off on a positive note. Okay.
Understood. I got it. Understood.
You didn't do well in It's a Look. Okay. You had your thumbs and your hands all out. So listen, we trying to start off good. But speaking of It's a Look, I did a cast reveal with Rob Sesternino, and I'm so happy to have you here. What I want to know is, how long have you been a Survivor fan, James?
So I've been watching Survivor since it started. So literally watched the first episode, saw Richard Hatch win, that's my jam. Then I was in school when it started, so we didn't have any cable or didn't have that good of a signal at FAMU, so I fell off a little bit. But when I got back, I saw Earl win his season, and I've been hooked ever since. Literally, maybe the last 15 years, every single episode, watched episodes multiple times. I've been a Survivor fan for a minute. I was super excited to see. I saw you on it. I saw Wendell on the show, and I was just like, yo, I can get out there and possibly get out there and do it. And the technology made it easier to send in videos and do that type of thing. But I've been a Survivor fan forever. Idols, when they first came in the game, when there was one, we had to bury and look for them for 10 days. Back to when, Russell started finding them to now drop the 3, drop the 4, add the 3. We have
James, that math ain't mathing, bro. James, you mentioned
Math doesn't exist on this podcast. You know, we in a different world right now. The fun world. Would you call it, Wendell?
Yeah, that. James, you mentioned FAMU. As a HBCU grad from Morehouse, it's great to see another HBCU alum on the show. And also as a Philadelphia resident, it's great to see another Philadelphian out there. And we've had some great survivors. We've had like Jerb, Ramona, Russ, Brice, myself. I just wanted to ask you how you feel about joining this the Philly crew.
I mean, the Philly crew is a dope place to be. Shout out to Stephanie too. The Philadelphia lineage of Survivor, starting with Jervis season 1 with the Eagles shirt. You got Ramona. Russell was dominating before, he had his issue. We had, Brice in there, Kagian killing it. Wendy's. Yo, man, it's a hard game. It was just good to watch, yo, I will not slander my fellow Philly brothers in the game. I'm excited to join. Watching you win your first season and watching your second season as well.
How did that second season go, though, James?
Okay.
I mean, you take the good with the bad. So it's just good to see you learn from people winning and learn people mistakes, and hopefully, I'm able to take those into the game.
Yes, I like to think that I crawled so that Wendell could walk, and we are fingers crossing that you can fly. What I want to know, though, is for this season, James, how did you prepare for going on Survivor?
So in my backyard, I may have set up an obstacle course. I may have had a balance beam. I may have had a fire pit. I may have purchased a whole bunch of puzzles, so I may be good at puzzles. So I may have rewatching I had a certain way I rewatched the seasons. So I would rewatch the seasons without watching Tribal Council. I rewatch the seasons just watching the first challenge segments of the pre-merge, just to kind of get a feel for how things were going, and just trying to make sure I can position myself to make it, pretty far in the game, hopefully.
So it sounds like you may have set up a lot of things. I hope he actually set up those things, Brice.
I would hope so as well, but we don't know.
Let's see. James, question. What was your strategy going into the season?
I mean, my strategy, I wanted to be super nimble. At the end of the day, it's a people game. So you can have all the strategy in the world, but you need people to execute those strategies. So if I'm a coach and I have a team play the basketball, I heard you can hoop, Wendell, a little bit. It's you have to deal with the players you have. Like if you have a point guard that shoot first, you have Allen Iverson on your team. You need defense around him. But if you have another player who is a shooter, like Ray Allen, you need somebody to get him the ball. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't so locked in to a strategy that I wasn't able to be nimble enough to switch based on the people I played with. So I didn't want to go in there with a hardcore, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. I really wanted to let the game come to me.
Okay. So can we expect a James be nimble type symbol?
James be nimble, James be quick. I mean, I wish, I mean, I don't know what to tell. I feel like you just got to tune in. I mean, it's a whole new era. I had a good time out there. It was just good just joining the family, and I'm excited to just kind of see, if I was as good a Survivor player as I thought I was going to be. And we'll see.
We will see in a couple of hours. And speaking of the Survivor family, when you were going out there to Fiji to be on Survivor, in your mind, were there any Survivor players that you tried to model your game after?
So I would say, top of the mind, I kind of like Earl Crow. Earl is probably my number one, just because Earl just didn't get any votes. He didn't, for some reason, they just didn't see him as a threat, being a super athletic, charismatic guy. So how he did manage to navigate that structure was good. I mean, I kind of look at Survivor like I look at mentors. Like no one is perfect, and it takes luck, but you want kind of a high spot to different people. So you had a little Earl in there. There was a little Wendell in there, keep it smiling, have people kind of like me. There's a little bit of kind of everybody, a little bit of Sandra, anybody but me, a little bit of Russell, making sure you're controlling the chaos. You want people to feel uncomfortable. A lot of different. I looked at a lot of different players in the history, like Jeremy, certain people like a Sugar. A Sugar played a great game where she basically controlled that, whole entire game. Didn't manage the jury well, but just taking the positive aspects of, even the newer era, just when to hold on control, let go of control. So just try to take like different tenets in the game. Like what tenets am I taking into the game and moving with those tenets, and hopefully that does me well.
Very nice, James. We are running short of time, but we do want to get a few more questions in. I want to know it's a two-part question. What's it mean to be a Black man in reality TV in 2022? And also what's it mean to be an HBCU grad going into reality TV in 2022?
I mean, I will start with the second leading to the first. So being an HBCU grad, being an HBCU grad is something that's really big to me. I went to school on a full scholarship, 1,000 miles away from school, and it was like a big family. So I had a family away from my family when I was in Philadelphia, down in Florida. Just be able to represent, hopefully shed light, hopefully know that there's different alternatives to college. Like you go to a PWI, which is great, but you do have HBCUs that are great places to go that give you a family atmosphere. And just being on the show, the response from the FAMU community has been crazy. So like I feel like the whole FAMU is going to be watching from my era that was there, and a lot of them haven't seen Survivor. So, like, they're going to be fresh to the game, mad at everybody. It's not me. So, I'm excited to see the memes. I'm excited to see, you crazy. I'm excited to see everything. So, it being a Black man is a part of that. And it's like Survivor's the real world. So, you're still navigating those same social structures that you would do at the workplace when you're just in Philadelphia walking around. Like, it's just the same thing. It's very interesting. So, just being a Black man on Survivor is like being a Black man in America in this world. And, it's been something that, I take pride in, so I like joining. I'm glad I'm joining the Survivor community. It's great joining the Black Survivor community. It's great to join the Philadelphia Survivor community. So I'm just happy to be in all the Survivor communities. So, yeah.
Yeah, we love that. And also shout out to Sharia Lloyd from Survivor China. She also is a FAMU alum. So I know that has to make her amazing. Next question, Wendell, because I know to the side of your desk, just get the Ghost Island DVD.
You mean this?
James, we need to know, is it Ghost Island or Survivor? What do you find?
Or Ghost Island or who?
Ghost Island or Cagayan. What is your favorite season? And answer it correctly because so what you got to say, James?
I'm gonna go with Winners at War.
And that's a fine answer. And who won Winners at War?
I believe that was Tony, who was on.
And what was his first season? Thank you so much, James. Okay, we got that question.
You know what? We're gonna.
He answered the question. Okay, listen.
I don't know if he answered it or not. I know James's internet's a little funny, so we're just gonna move on to one of our favorite parts where we play word association.
Oh, shoot.
And we are going to give you a word, and we want you to say what comes to your mind first. It doesn't have to be one word that comes to your mind. Just say what comes to your mind first.
Anything, not Survivor related, just life.
Just anything, James.
All right, cool. All right.
And we're keeping it quick. So first and foremost, Philly.
Cheesesteaks.
Okay. Food.
Deliciousness.
Megan Good.
I love.
Okay. All right. The ladder.
Jonathan.
All right. HBCUs.
The Rattlers. The only one.
Morehouse.
Okay.
I thought it was my turn. Funny guy.
Purple Pants Podcast.
Yo, crazy. Gotta tune in.
Okay. 420.
It is a very good day. I think it's a nice highway. It's a highway that, that I feel like it's a big highway across the country, somewhere, interstate.
Indeed.
James, our time is coming to an end. This podcast, I feel like if this does not get the posse excited, I don't know what will. Before we close out, James, let the Purple Pants posse know where they can follow you at on Instagram and Twitter.
So I'm pretty simple. On Instagram is J2 DA Jones. On Twitter is J2 DA Jones. On TikTok is J2 DA Jones. Keep it, 1, 2, 3.
You can tell you grew up in the 2000s because it was that back in the day.
my aim J2.
Not the aim.
My BlackBerry Messenger is there too. All that good stuff. Find me.
MySpace.
Come on with the
my Black
MySpace
Planet page.
Oh,
Philly Hot Boy.
You know what?
Philly Hot Boy. Okay, get this guy out of here, bro.
At this point, James, truly an honor to welcome you into the Survivor community and especially the Philly community. We look forward to rooting you on tomorrow at the season premiere of Survivor 43. James, we're rooting for you. Wendell, we appreciate you. And as always, you can check out Survivor News exclusively on the Purple Pants podcast. So we will see you later in this week. We're rooting for you, James. And this has been your exclusive James Jones interview with the Purple Pants podcast.
Survivor News.
Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News.
Dot, dot, dot.